Been a while since I've been on here, but gotta get it back. Gotta get it back because it's man. First of all, good morning and God bless. Straight up, Jesus Christ, Son of the Heavenly Father. Thank you for the many blessings you bestow upon us. Thank you for giving me strength, patience, endurance, tolerance, understanding, empathy, kindness, helping me embody all the traits that you embody, encompass all the traits I believe you do encompass, and all that. So, amen. Allow me to be the best version of myself. We back. It's a Sunday. Completely dropped the ball on trying to be consistent on streaming this past month. It's been pretty, I was doing so good, huh? I was doing so good. And then I think the main thing that really kind of threw a monkey wrench in my consistency was just how much I was working on No Jumper, which is a huge blessing, and I'm really excited about. But between trying to balance that and just like the other time I had in my life considering it, what I don't think people realize about working in media, not only do you always have to be super sharp and aware of what's going on and tuned in and informed, like especially like there'll be times where somebody will say something in one of the group chats and then everybody else will be like, dude, what are you talking about? That news is so old, and it'll be from like 12 hours ago. So you really gotta, beyond staying informed, there's so much conversations, like so much politicking, if you will, that involves, and especially if you're doing like content about other people or interviewing other people, anything of that nature, what winds up inevitably happening is that you have to like explain to them the way this works and blah da 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 da. Simple reminder, you feel me? Get your likes, shares, and subs up. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all rocking with a kid. Got a lot to say. Been going through a lot. Been dealing with a lot. I don't want to use the word suffering in silence, but I definitely been keeping things to myself. If you want me to address anything, you already know there's no nation like donation. I ain't got no sponsors. Y'all the only sponsors. So send that young super chat, and I'll chop it up about whatever y'all want because there's a lot going on, and I got a lot to get off my chest as well. It's been and the main thing that I kind of want to impress upon y'all, and the main thing that I've been struggling with is trying to find the balance on no milk 7-4, getting my mind right, and being healthy, because I'm too old to be living like I'm living. 11 baby mamas with $2 said it's first super chat of the day, by the way. Thank you, I appreciate that. Since July 6, 2025, and Sharp is still a buster. Not a word of a lie has been spoken, but it's funny, it seemed like I didn't realize how much of I've known in different aspects of my life, but it just becomes clear, and I don't think I really, I don't know if other people realize it to the extent that I do, like how much of a kingmaker I am. Because as soon as I stopped talking about Sharp, as soon as No Jumper stopped talking about Sharp, but really I was the one keeping his name in the conversation this whole time. As soon as like that becomes deprioritized, he is no longer in the conversation. Now, however, I will attribute some of that to the unceremonious way in which he was kind of just a lot of negativity falling on bro's shoulders all at once, right? The torso thing, Torso Gate 2025, all the footage with the girl, all this weird shit comes. So it's kind of like I can't fully attribute it to me/us not mentioning him anymore, but that's definitely, damn, people seem to significantly care less about that fool on a daily basis. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not tapped in. Internet's a big place. There's a lot of maybe he's getting it jerking over there. I don't know, bruh. But from where I'm standing, shit, when we start mentioning, and that's not just mutually exclusive to Sharp, that's all these fools. When we start mentioning these motherfuckers, boom, they gone. They gone. They no longer exist. Again, I'm not trying to super harp on it. This ain't no motherfucking like-a-thon, but y'all gotta get them likes up, players, straight up. You gotta get them likes up. It's a free ski. It's a free 99 to hit that young like button. There's no nation like donation, and y'all are my sponsors, so if y'all ain't got nothing, but it's for the free ski to hit that like. So get me algorithmically preferred, please. Thank you. Thanks in advance. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm also on of course, yeah. Sharp's channel is a pretty big channel. He got over 100K subs, so I'm sure, like I said, he might be doing his thing. I literally have not thought about attempting to look at his numbers or done anything of the sort. So you could be right, bro. He could be stupid. He could be over there just lacing game and getting Joes, for all I know. Because from where I'm standing, I don't hear nothing about it. I don't really hear nothing about any of these guys unless they're talking about us. It's just kind of the way it works, but I do enjoy y'all being here. Okay, we got 11 baby mamas with another super chat. Appreciate you, brother. I will never let you down again. He said, Brandon on his YouTube said yesterday he thinks you're possessed by demons and that you invited everyone to your, I don't have a warehouse, but that's pretty fucking funny. But I was running a warehouse, and I don't know what that means, but that's pretty fucking funny. Brandon is possessed by food demons. He's got a devil in his tummy that's just like got a pitchfork and poking the side of it and forcing him to eat devil's food cake. That's the devil in his stomach. He's just gorgeous. Just pancakes with extra butter. You feel me? Bacon fat sandwich ass motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about, player? Shit. Okay, so let's talk about the Faux Extra thing. Faux Extra, I mean, I would say this is probably one of the biggest stories that has happened. It's so crazy because I would say this is one of the biggest things that happened, like the most coverage that, like an unfortunate incident that's happened to somebody affiliated with No Jumper has gone through damn near, like, I don't want to say in history, but in a bad minute. Like, this was crazy. This, like, the amount that my phone rang. Like, dude, like, Faux Extras is the homie. He just went go-karting the other day. The man almost killed me in a go-kart. That was a lot of fun, by the way. 2K Monos and all the Pasadena kids. Rafi the Plug and Evil. Faux Extra, Lupe. And some other, some some Glovemiss people from that 40 section, all go-karting together. That was super fun. Beyond, except for the time where like this dude almost got packed out, but it's another story for another day. But we'll say that Faux Extras did almost kill me as well. Not just me, but several people. Josh, while go-karting. It's really unfortunate what wound up transpiring shortly after. Just like the layers of poetry in the whole situation. Now, like, I care about, like, I'm a caring soul. If y'all don't know, I'm very empathetic. You can say I put the pathetic in empathetic. That's how caring I am. And, you know, to a fault, good, bad, ugly, it is what it is. But I do care about Faux Extra. I'm also a selfish motherfucker, so try that on for size. It's kind of weird. I care about myself, but I do care about others as well, in my own way, as much as possible. But this Faux Extra is, like my first reaction is like being concerned. I think everybody, when we first heard Faux Extra, blew his hand off with a firework, and the picture hit the group chat. And this was really early. Like, this is before anybody knew about it or whatever. We're like obviously amongst the first people to hear about this happening, because Faux Extras is the homie. He's in our social group. We have several mutuals. Like, we found about that like before the majority of people did. And just that image, like the first thing I see is the image of him sitting on the ground with his head down and just like spaghetti coming out of his hand. That shit looked like fucking barbacoa tacos, like, you feel me? Like, just like shredded fucking meat coming out. Just like, it looked like, of course, my literal first thought, as is everything, because it's 2025 right now, is AI. And it damn near didn't even look, it was like, oh, this is like some bad AI. This doesn't even look real. This is like some bad AI. You got, like, come on, they gotta do better. Like, the background don't even look right. This is not what happened. Are you kidding? No way. And I'm not even like trying to be conspiratorial minded, but it's just like, no, that's not real. It's my first thought. And then so instantly we start trying to verify. The homie calls Blanco. Blanco be with Extra all the time. So apparently, might have been with him that day, may or may not, I don't know, you feel me? Homie hits Blanco. Blanco says, it's not real. It's a skit. It's a skit, it's a play. We're like, okay, very odd play. Very odd play. Like, that didn't make sense. And Faux Extra, not exactly like a pranking kind of dude. Like, his type of humor and his type of just the way I perceive him, and I think the general masses perceive him, there's not really he don't really seem like, he's not like a joking kind of dude when it comes to just like pranks or anything that's gonna make him look weak in any capacity. Like, he not gonna be with that. He not gonna do that. You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've avoided speaking about this for a while. I specifically didn't want to talk about it because, like I said, I actually like this, like, I care about this dude. And I don't know, the whole world, I got to get better about, like, if the whole world's talking about a subject, and I know I could, it's my job with this channel to talk about things and get the numbers up and all, but just like, you know, it still feels slimy to me capitalizing off of and even discussing in like a media-esque, what's the best word, like an information manner or whatever, when it comes to like talking about people that, it comes to people that I actually rock with in real life, you know? I was just with bro 2 days ago. So it's just kind of like, I avoided talking about it, but my first reaction is like, damn, okay, this is fake. Then we talked to Lupe, and Lupe says, nah, bro, it's true. So, okay. So in between Lupe saying, so it's like, who's more likely to be, I don't think either of these people, I don't know Blanco to be someone that would cap, I don't know Lupe to be someone that would cap. So, oh yeah. I mean, like, no, I didn't call him at that moment personally. I didn't call him at that moment because obviously there's a million people probably trying to call him, and he's dealing with. So we're calling all the people around him. You know what I'm saying? Adam might have tried to call him. I've texted him since all this went down. I've texted him, but he's not much of a texter regardless. Like you normally like in the past, like if I'll text Faux Extra, he'll call me. You feel me? Like, so Adams might have been calling him. I don't know, but we're all talking to each other, trying to figure out what's going on. So then, at that point, my thought is, okay, so Lupe is maybe they are trying to do a skit, and Lupe's trying to keep it lit. I don't know, like, but then. It just seemed kind of weird, and then more and more, and then boom, like within 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we realized it was true. And that was around the time when like the news is first going out there, and a lot of people just seeing all the different reactions. I think, let me know what y'all think about this, but what I think is that, especially in the post-Chirac, Chief Keef era of culture, that people have very little sympathy when bad things happen to gang members. Like, even if it's not in the line of duty, whatever, you feel me? Like, if they're not in, like, active combat, like, what happens to them, people don't really seem to care. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, this fool, they'll make jokes about, I remember like back a couple years ago when I was super into Bronx drill, and they were, and that fool Dougie B had like lost his leg or whatever, and fool was like, oh, I'm smoking on Dougie B's leg. It became like a joke, and people became so sensitive of the, like, smoking on, the whole smoking on dead ops thing. And then, like, the way the disrespect kind of spiraled and became a part of, like, the public internet disrespect became so ingrained in the culture that at that point, people was like, then people have no sympathy when something bad happens to any of these people. So instantly, we're seeing the jokes. And we're seeing people that don't get along with Faux Extra or Faux Extra's hood. Got all kinds of jokes. And like, just like beyond like the jokes, because it's obvious there's like a lot of like quote unquote funny things people can say. Just the poetic aspects, just the ironic aspects, just like first of all, like, I don't even believe No Jumper is real anymore. I think I'm working in the midst of a simulation. Like, we can get into all the crazy shit going on with me right now, but I feel like all this trumps it. I feel like my job right now is a lie. Straight up. Like, this shit don't exist. There's no way that this is real. There's no way. No, I already thought it had been surreal for so long. And then after the whole Break Baby, like me doing a pod with Breaking Loose, and then the next day those fools get snatched up by the feds, and there's a whole RICO investigation, and podcast with me sitting right there, and my dumb ass is like, is now being used as evidence in federal RICOs. that are on the top of the front page of the LA. Dudes that I be working with or doing pods with are on the front of the LA Times, and then the next day is good. It's so much, bro. It's so much. Doing a podcast every Tuesday that I'm on with Munchie B, and another one that I'm on with Friday with Ralphie the Plug. Like, do you understand like how strange this place that I work at is? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Like I love it. It's so entertaining, and it's like such like an insane reflection of so many different aspects of the culture: positive, negative, functional, dysfunctional, and all the above. Kind of just like in this combustible arena in the center of LA. Like, oh, bro. But it just sometimes I'll be like, this is not real, and this was one of those moments. Especially when you look at like all the poetry that's going on here. You got a dude, Faux Extra, that is famous for his hands. And his hands are his greatest asset. His heart, brain, and dick combined into one. That's his hands. They're made of metal. They're like biblical. He got biblical hands. He forges civilizations with his hands. And like there's been so much talk about it. Like this is like the whole thing. We're in Fade City, USA, and he is a reputable fade artist that tells things in such a compelling way. Became like a huge part of the momentum for his entire section. So it's like all this, right? All this going on. And then his head explodes. Moments after, he's taunting people, he's taunting his enemies, or making jokes. He's not doing it in a serious way, like he often does. But the dude is buying fireworks. He's going and he's buying fireworks, talking about, I'm about to blow some shit up. I'm about to blow some motherfuckers' heads up today. Watch out. I'm blowing y'all up. Blah, da, 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 da. This dude. And then, so this is what I, like, I've heard from people. I heard from somebody that was supposedly there. I heard from somebody that supposedly was there. Is in that parking lot, running around, having fun, shooting the little sparklers at each other. That's what fools be doing, you feel me? Used to do dumbass shit like that with the kids. When we were kids, I'll be honest, bro, I never liked fireworks. Like, I like them, I like to watch them and all that, they cool. When I was a kid, they used to kind of scare me. I was kind of a bitch about fireworks. I remember one time my family went out, like, we was all on this boat. And it was 4th of July, and the fireworks. They were dope. That shit scared me, though, low-key, when I was a kid. And I definitely didn't like holding sparklers and shit. Like we used to play with cap guns, BB guns, hell yeah. But, I don't know, fireworks, that shit always... There's always them stories would scare us when we were kids. Don't be like Lil Jimmy. Lil Jimmy's hand blew off. Don't be like Lil Jimmy. He'd be walking like this for the rest of his life. I was like, damn. That shit that got in a young player's head. But anyway, they run it, but we still fools used to play them little games. You shoot the fireworks at each other, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Now, one thing I want to dispel is I've seen, again, people trying to racial. I don't want to put this on Viral Way because I don't know if Viral Way said it or not. Maybe someone in the comments can clarify. But someone made it seem, they said that Mexicans were purposely doing this on purpose, and they sold in the black community the dirty badges. Like, nah, bro, that is such a ridiculous. No, for sure there be dirty badges, the fireworks, but guess what? Them fools be using it too. I've never seen more people get in accidents with fireworks than Mexicans. If I'm being honest, they be fucking with that shit the most. So for people to try to it wouldn't surprise me if it was viral way, and this is just like the most Long Beach argument ever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the most like just further substantiating everything that I ever said about. Oh yeah, these fools are from Long Beach, so you kind of gotta take what they say regarding race with a grain of salt, particularly regarding their relationship with Mexican people, because they're from Long Beach. But again, I don't know for sure if they said that, but the people that were saying that, it's a ridiculous rumor. These dudes were just still being irresponsible, running around, doing what they were doing with the damn fireworks. Boom, shit exploded in his hand, and barbacoa, New Delhi's, yikes. That picture, like, it was actually heartbreaking to look at that picture of Faux Extra sitting there, because, like I said, like, there's so much that goes into, like, the aura of mystique around his hands. And this is his right hand, his dominant hand. This is his power hand. And look, we all know that with one hand, Faux Extra can still beat up a lot of people. Now, trained fighters and things like that, that's when it becomes tricky, you know. And I'll say this, again, this is like my next thought before we get into the full ramifications of what it means. Because, like, you know, someone else, obviously it made us all appreciate our own phalanges, our own digits a lot more. Made me not want to even open the door. Like, I was so, want to walk around with bubbles around me. So I feel like a dude in Zoolander. I just want to keep my hand in a damn plastic case that you would put like a Babe Ruth autographed baseball, a great Bambino autographed baseball in a glass case. That's how I want to keep my hand. Because, man, seeing that happen, it's like, ooh, made me realize why our parents were always like, wear pads and all that when we would go skateboarding and doing crazy ass shit, whatever. But, man, that's why I stopped playing baseball in 8th grade. Kids throwing 80 mile per hour fastballs. I'm smooth. That shit ain't finna hit my hands. It finna break my phalanges. Got me all the way twisted. So, like, this fool, it's like so my next thought was, okay, it's 2025. Technology's crazy. We could easily, Faux Extra could have like a cyborg hand. Like, he could have a fully functional, I remember, I made a couple T-Rail jokes instantly, like, but all the T-Rail jokes that everyone made, don't trip. I made them before people even knew about this. The arm wrestling match, blah, 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 all that, yeah. But I remember watching a Terrell interview, and he's talking about he was like, if he would have been more educated at the time, there's more things he could have done. There's more, like, surgeries he could have had, like, for his nerves or this or that. Like, if he had done different types of procedures, basically he probably could have saved his arm or whatever. You feel me? So I'm thinking 2025. Okay, let's say this happened to Drake. Drake finna have a cyborg hand, right? Fully controllable with his hand. That shit might even be more powerful than it originally was. You might have regular people replacing their hands with cyborg hands at a certain point, for all we know, right? Like, I mean, yeah, exactly. You could be, well, Chubbs and Happy Gilmore, his shit wasn't like that advanced. His shit was like, just like pop, 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 just like, or like Lieutenant Dan's titanium. Like, his shit might have been made of titanium, right, or adamantium, whatever. But nah, like, I feel like Drake would have straight. He would be able to have like full cybernetic, metallic hand that would be replaced. probably would still have nerve endings. You can still like feel titties and all that. Like Faux Extra. So that was my next thought. It's like he might have some like roboticized hand. You feel me? Like no, I know that sounds funny, but I'm dead serious. Like maybe I was like literally trying to think, and then like okay, I've heard different accounts of which fingers were blown off. Like this, at first it made it seem like so. Okay, let's talk about let's really delve into like the poetic aspects of it. So, the man who has many parables about his hands and is known for his hands, and I don't know, like obviously there's the whole 607 Unk potential curse, and there's all the narratives around him touching Unk's goblet, Unk doing voodoo and just manifesting negative energy towards him, and all that. Absolutely terrifying thought, if true. And Unk really does possess magical properties to that degree. Absolutely terrifying. But on top of that, like, so the man who's known for his hands, he's about to be making a lot of money, getting his family about the hood with his hands. But he's also, you feel me, when he gets locked up, it's what he uses to sustain his reputation and instill fear in the heart of all of his adversaries. But now, that's taken away. Boom. God, that was popping it. I mean, I don't consider Faux Extras a bully, personally. Do y'all consider Faux Extras a bully? I don't think he's a bully, bro. I think bully is, because but I could see why people would perceive that. I think that generally everybody, there's like a lot of people that perceive that Unk was bullied in that whole situation. A lot of people, okay, it seems like some of the chat think he's a bully, others don't. People talk about how he bullied non-affiliates. Look, it's understandable. So arguably somebody that at least this chat, and I think the general consensus, the world at large, is he's somewhat of a bully, using the intimidation factor of his hands, loses his hand. What day does this happen on? On 7-4 Hood Day, one of his enemy hoods. One of his enemy hoods hood days. On 4th of July, too. One of his enemy hoods hood days, at one point they said he lost 2 fingers, which would be 40% of his hand. He's from the 40s, like, you can't make this shit up, dude. There's also, like, people were saying that it was these 2 fingers that were going to be gone. So basically his hands were going to be like throwing up a permanent C. That's kind of crazy. Turns out that's not true. I'm not 100% sure what fingers or appendages exactly are missing and what is the prospect of getting them back. I did shoot him a text. I'm going to shoot Lupe a call as well to check in on him. Like, obviously there's a billion jokes that everybody could make. Everyone has been making. It's not, that's not what I'm gonna do over here. You feel me? Like, cause at the end of the day, as long as, oh man, Adam had a really good joke and I was about to steal it. I'm not gonna do it, bro. I gotta maintain good group chat etiquette, but ooh, I had a banger. And of all the jokes of mine that get stolen, I could have used it and felt totally okay about it. No, Adam saying fingers crossed wasn't shit. compared to this one. Just use your imagination. So, I've cracked a few jokes, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not funny, bro. This shit is not funny. It's really not. Prayers up for the homie. This shit is not cool. Like bro, it just changes so many dynamics, and people are gonna be so quick to celebrate. Especially, look, bro. Things happen. All like, God works in threes, they say, right? Lefty bapping his car, and Extra's hands blowing up in the same day. All the shit Lefty been going through. And guess what, fool? I got my own health problems. I'm not trying to be that third. I'm not trying to be that third. Because I have had my own health problems. I've been moving crazy. Been drinking so much. I gotta get healthy, bro. I don't want to die by the time I'm 50, bro. Motherfuckers is 43 still treating their body like it's 19. Eating terribly. The buzzball thing I gotta at least, like, buzzball with Lush gotta at least be removed down to a weekly appearance. And I just gotta drink significantly less and get right, bro. I ain't gonna lie, what's happening, Rich Rabbit? It's my dog. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never fucked with the fireworks, but bro, my health has been so dog shit that the signs are visible. And I should not look the way that I look right now. So I'm fighting back. I ain't gonna be a bitch about it. I'm gonna fucking cut back on this drinking and try to do better. Cause I know this. Man, I got such an imprint on the city being like this. Imagine me like at an even semi like competent capacity, what I'll be doing. I'll have my foot on next. Straight the fuck up. Because, bro, like, you know, like, I'll just keep it so funky with y'all. My stomach has been so fucked up. My just little health things. Like, I used to be able to get away with partying like a motherfucker and there wouldn't be the same physical ramifications that are hitting now. Like, the age thing is no joke, bro. It really is. And then, like, the older you get, like, I don't want it to be one of those things because I'm the type of dude that I'll be, like, with a girl for a while. And, like, at first you care super much and you treat her really good. And then all of a sudden, you don't care as much. You might start fucking off, doing this, fucking with another bitch, blah, 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 blah. And then guess what? By the time you decide you care and want to save the relationship, that bitch is already packing up her shit and dipping on your ass. And I don't want life to do that to me. Like, I don't want to start caring about my health and try to get my shit together. And then the moment I do that, it's like, oh, you fucking have 3 months to live. You finna die. Nah. I ain't going out like that. I ain't going in that way. Hail to the Nizzo. With that being said, get them likes up, get them shares up, get them subs up. You feel me? It's a free 99 to hit that like button. It's that free speed. So put $0 on my palm and exercise like 3.7 calories and a brain cell and a half and hit that like button for a player. If you got it, shoot it, and I will address whatever y'all want to talk about when it comes to super chats. Remember, I ain't got no sponsors. Ain't no weed sponsors. Ain't no clothing sponsors. Ain't no nothing like that right now. I'm trying to rebuild, get it out the mud. So y'all are my sponsors. We're a community. Lush is more than one person. Lush is a concept. Lush is something we are building together. And the more you put into it, the more I can put into it, and the more we can grow this motherfucker together. A lot of people say, Lush, you be on No Jumper all the time, but you're censored, you're compromised. We want to hear what you gotta say with nobody interrupting, with nothing going on, your unfiltered thoughts, what you gotta say. Well, I'm here, I'm chopping it up with y'all. I'm on a treadmill, and there's no way I could be more transparent than if you had transparency. Much love. Oh, how you get it to me? There's a damn super chat button right there. The button with the money, you can do that. Or if you don't have, if you're unable to send a super chat, you could always send a cash app to $Germ-Free Art. That's GERMFREEART. You can send a cash app there. That's my Heina's cash app that I use as well. So if you feel so inclined, I'm just saying because somebody asked. Yeah, King Pill being so insistent that that was AI, I'm not gonna lie, like I think a lot of people genuinely had that reaction. I think a lot of people really thought that it was AI, but at a certain point, people was bleeding it. I can't really, like King Pill's got a hilarious sense of humor. It's hard to know when he's being honest or not. A lot of people were super psyched though. We're super psyched that this happened. Unc obviously, you know, apparently may have initiated the voodoo curse that was a part of this even happening. But also, there's people ducking his face. There's people he's been disrespecting. I know when he, you know, like shit. I know when he made those certain comments about Munchie wasn't feeling that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that, there's a whole, Aaron the plumber, there's a whole gang of people laughing about this shit. Now there's another situation too, which we gotta talk about. The vandalization of the mural of the greatest rapper of all time, Drakeo the Ruler, and another one of the greatest artists, fallen legend, and voice for the raza, MoneySignSuede. So there's the Asali store, which is on Melrose, over there, the heart of Hollywood, right near the Hollywood neighborhood stretch, you feel me, where there's Marathon Burger, the store formerly known as Awesome Shit / No Jumper, the cough syrup store, the Asali store, that whole little stretch right there. Well, so the dude that made the mural on the side of the Asali building, for those that know Asali, very, very dope, one of the most cracking clothing brands in Los Angeles, you feel me? $2 from Al Green, Lush go on the Whole 30 diet, you'll get swole. I don't know what that means, but I will look into it. Maybe you can tell me some more about it. I'm just trying not to die, get some fucking incurable disease and fucking die with a tube up my ass. Fuck that, you feel me? I gotta get right. So yeah, the Asali store, very, very dope store, clothing brand in LA. They just dropped a new collab with cough syrup that I encourage people to look into because it looked crazy. Anyway, they had a huge mural on the building of Drakeo the Ruler and MoneySignSuede. Now, the dude that painted it, Downtown Mac, aka Drakeo, is his name, Dreko. Not to be confused with Drakeo the Ruler, but his name's Drakeo also, right? Spelled differently, pronounced slightly differently, but you get the gist. Different person completely, right? So, now there's a thing, obviously graffiti is an element of hip hop. Obviously, I'm a tagger. I come from tag banging. I'm from where I'm from, always have been, always will be. With that being said, tagging, graffiti is an element of hip hop, but there's a lot of people that do it that don't have anything to do with like hip hop or rap music or even the hood in any capacity, and they might listen to punk or metal or some other shit, right? There's a lot of them. It's actually always kind of been that way. They're like the most disenfranchised of the elements, whatever. This dude was one of them. Not Drakeo, downtown Mac, talking about this guy called Dude, who used to be from a crew called BNW. Now I'm gonna break down a lot of shit that you're not gonna hear, and a lot of other people haven't been talking about. But here's just like a little bit of history. BNW is one of like the top crews in LA, predominantly like the Valley, for the past several years. There's a lot of really respected dudes from there. My dude Isum is from there. There's Frosty's from there. There's a lot of really dope writers from B&W. For a while, they were clicked up with the West Side / East Hollywood crew called OTX. And for those that know, that's where the fools from Showline Mafia are from, OGZ and all them. They from OTX, why they got the OTX chains and all that shit, the O's chain, all that, you feel me? So they was clicked up with B&W for a long time. Apparently, per my understanding, haven't been clicked up with B&W for a while now. For whatever reason, which motherfuckers don't need to get into at this current juncture. So then this fool dude, he was like kind of up. He was like a known dude from B&W. Apparently, he not from there no more. He not from there. Hasn't been from there because I went to verify before I went. Because as soon as I saw what this dude had done, I went on a campaign. I was on this fool's ass yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I was on this boy ass. He low. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, got low. You feel me? He don't want, because. Anyways, so this fool, got dropped by B&W for whatever reason. Shouts to B&W, shouts to OTX. I'm saying nothing bad to say about them. Now this dude, he was tripping on the dude Drakeo, downtown Mac. Let's just call him downtown Mac because it'll be confusing, and it's confusing even like with his little recordings of his apologies that he did. It was mad confusing because he was saying Drakeo, and Drakeo called my girl a slut. He wasn't talking about, I don't even think he knows the name. I don't think he knows who Drakeo or MoneySignSuede are. Now, that's inexcusable and neither here nor there. And I'm not trying to give him a way out. I don't believe that that's true either. That's what he said, but but just for the sake of like not being ultra confusing, we're gonna refer to the writer, the tagger, not Drakeo the ruler, the writer, tagger, Drakeo. We're gonna refer to him as Downtown Mac, which is his Instagram name and his art name outside of being a bomber. So he's dope, by the way. Downtown Mac, y'all might have seen, he's done a lot of work with Brazy, other people. He's just like one of the, he's a top, upper tier muralist in LA. So he did the MoneySignSuede and the Drakeo mural outside the Asali store. Footage comes out early yesterday morning of somebody goes up, they whack the Asalis, like it's the first thing you see, and they have buckets of paint and rollers and shit. They whack out the Asali that's on the ground. Boom. When I see somebody whack something out, you know what you're doing, bro. That's dissing. You know in graffiti terms what that means. Beyond you over there to vandalize, beyond you over there to terrorize. My first thought when I see the Asali whacked is, oh, this dude got a problem with Milo. Apparently it even had nothing to do with Milo, but his dumbass whack out the Asali. But that's the least of his issues, because then he goes straight to the mural. And this is all on footage. Bro, start whacking the Drakeo and MoneySignSuede piece. Start throwing painting over these fools. Y'all know how I feel about Drakeo. I love Suede too. I'm a huge Suede fan. But y'all know how I feel about Drakeo. And, I had in my old warehouse, I had a painting. I had a piece of Drakeo of my own that Mr. Alec did. That's how much I fuck with Drakeo. So, and Ralphie's actually become the that's funny as fuck. Oh, y'all still with me? My shit got fucked up. Well, I feel bad. There's like been some guy next to me this whole time. Anyways, so they whack out the pieces, and the guy whacks out the pieces. By the time like I see what's going on, the dude's already been identified, and his name is Dude. They say Dude from B&W. So I start hitting it up, hitting people up, find out he's no longer from B&W. Blah 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 blah. Cool. You feel me? Cool. Not tripping. That makes that better. We're still on this fool's helmet. Then he starts issuing apologies. This guy goes right to the apologies, and he starts saying, hey, he's like sounding like a little bitch in people's DMs with voice notes, like, hey, like, no, I didn't mean to disrespect the dead dude. I have no problem with these guys. Bro, it was just Downtown Mac, and I posted a picture of my girl, and Downtown Mac said, I used to fuck her, she's a slut. Probably true. Hey, guess what, fool? Hey, guess what, dude? Your girlfriend's a slut. Everyone's gonna know what a big slut your girlfriend is. That's what bothered you? You wanna paint over Drakeo? Hey, somebody let me know who fucking the dude's bitch is so we could all fucking find out her entire resume. And everyone that fucked her, try to line her up with a few more dates. Bitch ass lame. Bitch ass Mark ass lame. Fuck you and fuck your bitch, homie. Bitch probably gave you AIDS, you fucking buster. What the fuck is you talking about? Slap fucking dog shit out your fucking soul. Fuck you think you are, bro? Oh no, he made fun of my bitch, so, I was drunk, dude. Bro, I was drunk, bro, I was drunk. This fucking bitch ass lame, he had his fucking IG bio, it said, tagging and punk rock. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro, we're gonna go and catch some spots. I'm gonna go and catch some spots. I'm really mad that Downtown Mac fucked my girlfriend from the back. Oh, now I'm gonna paint over the Sally store, but now I can't go outside in LA anymore because dude is a bitch. Yeah, dude, bro, dude, bro is a bitch. Dude, bro. Yeah, fuck that fucking bitch ass lame. And at the end of the day, this fool got mad that this dude made a comment about his girl, so he went and decided to whack the Drakeo mural as a result. Whack the Drakeo mural as a result of that. Whack the MoneySignSuede mural. Yeah, let's just piss off the black and the brown community at the same time. Piss off the whole city. Luckily, he used some cheap ass paint. Motherfucker got the little pressure washer, brought it through. Mural has been restored. The mural has been restored. Greatness can't be destroyed. Greatness can't be redefined. Culture can't be fucking stopped. So, yeah, but dude, bro, gonna go paint, fucking bro. Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking hoe. What a fucking loser, right? I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, that's too bad there's not an LA equivalent of Donkey of the Day. Might actually be a good segment, but that dude for sure got that. And I know that people that are not from, not aligned with the neighborhood card between seeing the Drakeo mural get whacked and then that happened to Faux Extras. I'm sure that there's some people with some smiles on their faces over both occurrences. But Faux Extras is going to return strong, and the Drakeo mural has been restored, as well as the Suede mural and the Asali store. The dude is like, the guy dude is super apologetic, but I just think that it would probably be in his best interest to move to whatever suburban rural cul-de-sac that Yuri and the rest of the fucking losers live at and get the fuck up out of town. With that being said, well, another topic I'd like to discuss. It's a real, I'm used to going to different regions and places and turning them up and connecting them to West Coast culture or like greater, because I was doing that with underground hip hop and battle rap for a long ass time. If you're an underground rapper, or not even just underground, sometimes you could even be like a bigger rapper, you'll probably attest to this. But when you hit them smaller towns that don't usually get rap shows, that don't have as much going on, man, they are the most fun. The bitches be the most turned up. There's not as much going on in these places. So when somebody shows up and they're performing and it's a known rapper, or even not even a known rapper, shit, it could just be any old rapper damn near sometimes, or someone that they've heard. They just want somewhere to go. They're sick of hanging out in the Walmart parking lot. They're sick of doing burnouts, and they're sick of sharing the same 3 fucking tweaker foil burners that they run through, and whose pussies are now smelling like the same couches that they're sleeping on. They need something to do. So what do? They go to the hip hop shows. I love performing in small towns. Yeah, hold on a second. I don't usually do this, but of all the things, like, are you really like laughing at me for having veneers? Would you rather I have fucked up teeth? That's like, veneers is bro, it's 2025. Like, I guarantee you my teeth look better than yours. Shut the fuck up, weirdo. Like, dude, this dude, he's got veneers. Hey, this dude's had sex with a girl before. What a fucking loser. Anyways, yeah, I got the wooden joints from fucking writing the Declaration of Independence. But I love those small towns, bro. Like, when we would do shows in cities like Reno, cities like Bend, Oregon, obviously even like Albuquerque or Las Cruces, New Mexico, or fucking Colorado Springs, or one of these places that I've been to and I've turned up a few times over the years is Salt Lake City. Been going out to Utah, doing battle rap events. They always show a lot of love. Shout some Mike Masters Alliance Battle League in Salt Lake. My dogs, Gabino and Hoodie, Hood Jerry, you feel me? It's my dog. You feel me? Those fools. Hoodie Jer and Gabino are my dogs. So I've been going out there for a minute. I got a lot of homies out there now at this point. And I always told them when I went out there, they're like, oh, like help make some rappers pop off. And I would always ask them about the drill music, because like obviously that'd be fascinating for people to see drill music in a place like Utah where people don't really think about it. And we've seen drill music all over. We've seen drill music in fucking Spain and Portugal and Burkina Faso and Tunisia, and like every single country in the world has got some damn drill music. Every little nook and cranny. So I know Utah has got some too. But no one was ever really able to show me shit. There's some dope local artists out there, and I was like, okay, I would show love. I interviewed a kid from out there. I did find a white GD. Shout some Mike Bailey. Wasn't exactly like the exact image that I was looking for, but he's a cool guy and he's a dope artist actually. So shout some Mike Bailey, crazy son of a bitch. he is a fucking he is a Mormon GD, not really Mormon, but from out there. So when I first seen Lil Brazy and the homie Kenny had been posting him, like actually even before I met Kenny, he went, one of the first places he went viral was on the Southwest Connected page. And what they used to call him, EBK Rowley, that fool, I just thought that he could freestyle his ass off, and it was funny seeing a tiny little white kid rapping like Shloby and EBK J-Bo. And this had clear viral potential, and was going viral as fuck. And the kid could genuinely freestyle. Once I actually met the kid and saw that he was freestyling all this shit, I was like, oh, he's low-key got some little bit more talent than I originally had thought. But beyond that, his whole story is a lot crazier too. But I'll say this because I'm not trying to blow the spot on this kid's story yet, but his shit is crazier than as far as the depths of depravity and just the white trashiness, whatever words you want to use to describe it, way jankier than whatever Eminem went through in 8 Mile. This kid was sleeping in laundromats, homeless, really jugging, mom's strung out, he's having to fucking hustle and jug and steal and do whatever just to help his mom get by with her. So this kid really comes from fucked up circumstances, has no mentorship, no management whatsoever. The people that try to manage it, it's just it's such a clusterfuck of a situation of everybody chiming in with different, and this kid really has no clue what's going on or what's what. Now, I figure, okay, the best thing that I could possibly do for this kid is do what he asked me to do. Get him on No Jumper. He hit me, what's up? I was like, bro, we'd love to have you on. Adam been wanting it. Adam been pushing for it. I showed them this fool a while ago. Everyone was like, oh, this kid, kind of interesting. So when he came through, now obviously motherfuckers expected him to be popping it. Expected him to be talking shit. But we didn't expect him to call out. Look, this is something that I don't know how we can make this more clear. No Jumper, are we with the fuck shit? Yes. Are there Howard Stern / Jerry Springer / fucking ancient Roman elements to what the fuck we got going on over there? Undeniably. Jury's not even out on that anymore. But the one thing we don't need, because we already have so much of the energy, is gangs dissing each other. We don't need gang disses. We don't need, especially dissing the places where we work at, especially dissing motherfuckers that I fuck with. But at the same time, when we heard him say it, it's a little ass kid. I'm not taking it seriously. I didn't feel like the integrity of the South or the North, for that matter, was really in question. A lot of other people are very, very hypocritical about certain things too, because they're talking about, oh, it's so vulturistic. How could what this kid is doing is so fucked up, and how could he even be platformed? How could anybody even provide this vile person a platform? They're dissing gangs. But these same people thought it was hilarious when he was dissing their ops. But then when he had words to say about them, all of a sudden, it's all bad. Well, I'll say, the honest truth, I would have liked all those words to have been edited out of the interview. But we don't really do too much editing with No Jumper, and it kind of is just what it is. You say what you say, and you got to stand on it. Now, if he had a proper team in place and things were organized, because the thing that's really crazy about the Lil Brazy situation is you got people that are involved with him. I do not understand and I've spoke to him a great deal at this point. He's not a bad guy. Per my understanding, Lil Brazy's manager, Zay, is not a bad guy, all right? But he seems very confused about a gang and shit. Music Maniacs with the $5, Brandon and Lush are the grown-ups. Do a gang ban gangs. Lush and Brandon in their own politics show weekly. I don't think it needs to be as harsh as banning the gangs, but I'm definitely down to do more content with Brandon. I do feel like we have, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about y'all, but I really enjoyed the podcast. The Thursday show lineup with the addition of Doughboy, I felt like was great. That was a great podcast with Flacco, Brandon, Tay. I felt like the five of us, that was pretty raw. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What is that's a crazy, maybe you could just like explain it because I can't wrap my head. What is Lush is too gay for a politics show? How, if I say I was gay, what does sexuality have to do with politics? Stupid, but no, I'm perfectly heterosexual enough to do a political show. I'm confident in my heterosexual libido enough to discuss the nuances of Trump's new bills and the war in the Middle East. Thank God for my heterosexuality to keep my head on straight, no pun intended. Keep my head on straight enough to actually do that. That's funny as fuck. Nah, but so Brazy's manager is very, very confused. He feels like this fatherly sense of responsibility for this kid. He's been around the industry enough to kind of understand certain elements of how it works. He's mentoring and managing this little white kid who call himself Lil Brazy, rap just like J-Bo and Shloby, says the N-word, talks about dropping low, dropping ski, brother, and bouncing out the load, and you feel me, and your brother died, my brother was the one that faced him. Like he's saying banged out shit. He's dissing ops. He's going hard, you feel me? And this guy was surprised that when he came to LA and shot a music video in the Low Bottoms with a bunch of Bloods, that motherfuckers wanted financial compensation for that. Like, without saying too much, you know, like let's just say the participants in the video, like the actors, if you will, you know, because we're not implying any actual gang activity or anything like that, but we're not implying anything, you know, that could be interpreted as extortion or some of the words that I've heard him use. I don't like the E word. I don't like the E word. Let's say the E word. Like, bro, your name's fucking Lil Brazy and you're coming out here rapping with a bunch of Bloods. You don't expect them to ask you for anything? What the fuck are you thinking? Duh! Like, obviously, I think the kid knows it too, and I think the kid would have been with it. But this guy's trying to protect him. But it's like, why didn't you already change his name from Lil Brazy, tell him not to rap like that no more, and switch his whole MO? Oh, you're not his manager, but you are his manager, but you're not. But it's the most confusing situation. Oh, the kid's a part of OTR. No, he's not. He's greenlit in LA. No, he's not actually. There's so many like conflicting stories, and it changes. I had to fucking I ain't even gonna lie. I had to mute the little group chat I'm in with his manager about this shit, especially because he'll be like, "Damn, Lush, I know you didn't do anything wrong," and then like he'll collab posts from the account he still has access to with like with them, and it's like with the Utah Blues page and it's got my name on it in a negative way. I don't care. Here's the whole thing. I get it. Utah's got a lot of talent. They just got the most exposure that the rap scene's ever had, and it's because of this kid, right? Now all these other fools want to get they shine too. And okay, that's the way it works. But it doesn't work by trying to pop it and say weird shit in my inbox. That's not gonna get me to pay attention to y'all and fuck with y'all. Be like, nah, hey, if someone hit me up like, yo, I'm the real cracking rapper from Utah. This is the talent. Point them out. And if they're raw, and if they got viral potential, and if they're worth actually discussing, I will shed light on them. I already been going out to Utah to shed light on artists. I doubt any of them are more interesting than Lil Brazy. If they are, I'd love to see him, and I would love to help push their line. Trust me. Now, as far as like people talking about, you know, the way the gang disses that Brazy's had. Brazy not standing on business when he's getting ran up on. Brazy crying outside his mom's house. Footage of Brazy when he's a little ass kid saying racist shit. I say all that to say, he's a kid. He's misguided. He needs guidance. I'm not the person to guide him. I am trying to get my own life together. You feel me? All I can do is I could give, if he asks for advice on his career in certain aspects or certain moves or music or wants promo, I can do that. That's where it ends. I'm not trying to be all involved in the unfortunate dysfunction that this kid lives within, although it does fucking tug at my heartstrings. It's got shouts to Camden, New Jersey. Much love to Sean. You already know, bro. Well, and if people want to talk about like what career, well, he does have a development deal already signed. He got he currently the semantics of his OTR deal are a bit complicated, and he had a deal on the table with Alamo. So he definitely, at the age of 15, has more of a career or potential for a career in hip hop than you ever will. And you're probably like 3 times older than him, I would guess. But just so if we want to use the word, career, you feel me? So with that being said, oh yeah, also, bro, feel crazy because didn't really drink yesterday at all. I even went to the liquor store, bought a drink and didn't drink it. Brought it home, germ poured it out, gave it to her and had her pour it out. Because I'm trying to do better for a little bit at least. I'm not saying I'm gonna be perfect, but I gotta do a little bit better when it comes to this health shit. Now, when it comes to Brazy, yeah, like the whole way the manager is going about, or it's not even his manager, like not understanding the way things work and being torn between wanting him to be a kid. Like, I agree. At 15 years old, you should be outside. You should be playing baseball. You should be playing hoop. You should be fucking, you know what I'm saying, going to the mall with girls or whatever. You feel me? You should be on Xbox Live with your homies. Whatever the fuck these jits be doing nowadays. You should be having fun. You know what I mean? But obviously, kids that choose to make a career in the entertainment industry, there's kind of like a little bit of a trade-off there. Now, does that, like, the whole extent of this kid's appeal was him saying, you know, rapping like EBK J-Bo and it was a spectacle. It's what made it go viral. And and manager doesn't want to lean into it, but there's no alternative. Like, what do you want to do? You want him to rap like Lil Bow Wow? You think Lil Brazy is going to be the next Bow Wow? He's just going to be rizzing up all the young high school girls with his like undeniable swag and charm? I mean, or is it going to be the next Eminem? Like how? Like what is your plan? And until then, I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. No Jumper was the biggest catalyst for actually setting this fool off. It was what happened afterwards and the way that it was mismanaged and fumbled that kind of fucked a lot of shit up. However, I will say it did kind of help me make steps towards bridging the gap between the OTR camp, which is the label, Shots of Soulless, which has Lefty Gunplay, Chito Ranas, Bozo, Pac-Man the Gunner, Big Hit. Who else is on there? I think the Whoops are the Whoops on there. There's so many artists. One of the biggest labels. No one's talked about it yet, I don't think on camera, but Ocho got that new imprint with Alamo. That's a huge look for LA artists to look into as well. So I think that people should definitely pay attention to things like that. But bridging the gap and hope, I don't know, we'll see what this leads to from Adam and Soulless being on somewhat of an accord. We'll see how that develops. Lefty definitely has been going through some crazy shit. I think, like I said, we're seeing people, like we're seeing the result of people's excesses and hubris bite them in the ass. We're seeing that in real time in this LA, in the streets of LA. Call it the media space, call it hip hop, call it the streets, whatever you want to call it. We're seeing people's own hubris, own ego, all that shit bite them in the ass. Like Lefty Big Poppin' and Boom as these humbling things happen to him with the car and getting caught outside the drive-thru. And I love Lefty. I only want to see the best for him. I want to see a healthy Lefty. Faux Extra being LA's #1 talked about fate / knockout artist. Boom, his hand explodes. I don't want Lush One, the guy that's the #1 druggy, fucking smoker, junkie, fucking partier, whatever the fuck you guys wanted to find me, because I don't want to see me die because I did too many drugs or drank too much, or fucking not just even a quick death, but a slow, painful one. R.I.P. the homie Mike Flames, man. He had cystic fibrosis. He fought with it for like over 20 years. Wasn't supposed to make it. They said he wasn't going to make it past childhood. Dude had to Make-A-Wish the foundation and all that. He used to battle on grind time back in the day. Been the homie for decades. Just passed away. Lost a long, brave fight. We're at that age. Long live Bishop Brigante. You feel me? Same thing. He was in his 40s. I think he died of colon cancer. Scary shit. Scary shit. Scary, 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 scary shit, bro. People die, yeah, exactly. Every day, be all right. That's not the point. I'm not even talking about, it's just, people die every day, but like, all of us that are like, been partying since we were kids, and you can kind of like get away with fucking off in your 20s, do whatever drugs you want. Not really, because we saw how many people died then, especially with this fentanyl shit now. But I guess in my day, you kind of like fuck off your 20s a little bit. My problem was I never accounted for living this long. So beyond saving money or anything, I never like took care of the Temple B. Never took care of my body, myself. You feel me? I never expected to be alive that long, gang. So that right there is a whole thing. It's a whole thingamajig. It's a gobbledygook. It's a whatchamacallit, gang. It's a whole imperative aspect of life. Necessity. And yeah, dude. I ain't going out like that. So like you just like a lot of us died a lot younger than we were supposed to. Whew. Those are weird as fuck. Whew. I ain't gonna lie. Player was on that treadmill for a fat minute. For a fat fucking minute, gang. Hold up. I'm pretty much done, but oh shit. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I'm trying to do better, gradually. Why my hand hurt? Feels like a masturbation injury. A straight masturbation injury. Is that 11 baby mamas with another super chat? I do appreciate that. I am gonna try to be on here more again, guys. I do appreciate y'all kind of popping up today. He said, have you heard of Gary the Numbers Guy? Gary the Numbers Guy sounds pretty fascinating, bro. With that being said, prayers up for Faux Extras. You know what I'm saying? May his family and him all have strength. I seen Lupe post what I believe is a GoFundMe. Let's, you feel me, send some love to Faux Extras. Shoot him some paper, him Scoot Giuliani. You know what I mean? Make sure that we get him right, you dig? Because I'm sure the what's it called are mounting up. You know? Yup. Whew. Anyways. Are y'all still talking about that? That feels like still a person to y'all? Y'all still talking about that? The fuck? Don't trip. Let me get my weight up, not my hate up. $2 from Gregory Notera. Thank you, my boy. $2 from Ultimo 415. Your stream still freeze every minute or two. Scroll up. Nah. You know what's funny? When you guys say you're a dope fiend, you know what I think you mean? I think you mean you're a dope fiend. You forgot the R. Simple mistake. Simple mistake. Did my shit really freeze up every 2 minutes? Exactly, dope friend. Dope friend.